Hi, welcome back to Tiny Garage Fabrication. This week we're working on my 1993 Eagle Talon TSi that I picked up at a salvage auction for less than $500. If you remember last week, we removed the rear crossmember, which was disgusting and rusted. I went ahead and got the parts refreshed. I got a replacement crossmember. We're going to assemble that and put it into the car. When we're done with that, we're going to get another fuel tank that I took and refreshed, as well as a fuel sending unit and a fuel pump that I wired in. We're going to get that all installed. We're going to turn that key and see what happens. Stay tuned. Let's turn 2. Well, after an embarrassing amount of days, I finally got everything done. The shiny black here is pour 15. I put that on all of the previously rusted out garbage looking components. They required pressure washing and then degreasing and then an acid etch, and then I could finally put the pour 15 on them, which required a minimum of 2 light coats, both of which had, 2 to 4 hour cure times. Also, I mounted my newer brake backing plates because the ones that were on here were starting to rust away. And I pulled the hats off the factory struts, Megan Racing coils, KYB Excel Gs, just like the front has, and that just about wraps it up. Time to go put this all together and get it under the car.
You can call me stupid, yes, you can call me sheep. You can say I'm lazy, you can say I'm weak. But when it comes to her, you better keep it sealed. Don't you dare say a single word, or I will strike you where it feels. You think that using her will get to me, and if you're right, then you're in trouble deep. 'Cause I won't break, no, I know I won't wait. You're in trouble deep. I don't wanna hear no more. There are certain things I won't ignore. I really think you need to go before I kick you out the door. I kick you out the door. You think that using her will get to me, and if you're right, then you're in trouble deep. 'Cause I won't break, now I know I don't weep. And you're in trouble deep. I don't wanna hear no more. There are certain things I won't ignore. I really think you need to go before I kick you out the door. I don't wanna hear no more. There are certain things I won't ignore. I really think you need to go before I kick you out the door.
The next day started to get dark pretty quick, so I'm going in here and there's like a lot of detail work to get everything back in. That would include hooking up the, let's see, this here is the ABS sensor line, so getting all of its little bolts in place, tightening up the sway bar, getting the parking brake bolted in there and there, getting it run. I had to change this bracket out in order to get this caliper on because that parking brake, you can see it's rusted and they're pretty solid. I ran new soft brake lines because they were completely rotted out. I got a brake caliper on here. I know it's dirty and gross, probably the nastiest thing under here, but I'm gonna get new rotors, new pads, and eventually I'm going to powder coat these calipers. They're gonna be super cool, but I'm more worried about getting it running right now. And I'm gonna do all of this stuff to the other side minus the caliper because I'm still reconditioning that caliper at home. When all of that is done, we'll get the gas tank installed. Gas tank installation on this car is pretty easy. All you got to do, make sure that the fill and the vent hoses are hooked up and ran where they need to be. Then get this thing put on the studs, tighten the nuts, and it's in. the new suspension components in, it sits pretty good. I think I'm happy with that. Alright, so the tank is in. What I'm about to show you here, I have not hooked this up yet. This is the fuel line. You know, super easy to go up. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to get some compressed air. I'm going to blow in here. I'm going to blow the line out because all that disgusting gas that was in there, not to mention any rust, whatever, it's still in that line. So I push fresh gas. The engine's going to see that old, super old gas for a while. So I've taken the fuel filter off, which was located right there. Now I've wrapped a towel, I've zip tied it to the tube nut for the fuel line. This is where all that bad fuel and stuff's going to come out, so I'm going to kind of capture it so it doesn't just spray everywhere. And I'm going to go ahead and get to that. Alright, let's go look at the damage. Epic fail. That's kind of funny. Blew a hole right in the top of this thing. The zip tie helped, but there is fuel everywhere. You know, not upset about that though. At least we got all the old stuff out of the way. This did catch most of it. Pretty saturated. Jam a new fuel filter in, and tomorrow I'm gonna go ahead and get fresh gas in it. Gonna repair the left side brake. I have to change the clutch slave cylinder, and then I'm gonna try to start this thing. Let's turn this thing over. Oh my god, it fired! No, I'm just kidding. That was a car in the background. Damn it. I'm going to check to make sure that my fuel pump is pumping. Make sure there's no fuel leaks. Everything looks good. Let's try it again. I'm going to break the fuel line open, make sure there is fuel flowing. There is. Stand and look at it for a while, and let's try it some more. Seems like the turbo Talon just doesn't want to run yet. I don't know what's going on. It has fuel, it turns over, there's obviously air, probably spark, maybe something in that system, possibly even the ECU. I'm going to dig through the internets, the forums, try to figure out what might be causing this, what's a good place to look. I really haven't looked into these cars very much at all, so to be honest with you, I don't know where to start. Most likely, you know, ECU, something like that. I guess that's a common thing. Capacitors blow, stuff like that. So they go bad. I really wish I could have got it running just so I could move it, because it's currently blocking the gold van behind me. That's one of the other projects I need to work on. And yeah, that's it. Kind of a disappointing weekend. I really wish this thing would have fired up, but you know, that's how it goes when the car is of unknown history, to say the least. Thanks for watching. Like this content if you enjoy it. subscribe to my channel if you enjoy my content. Leave a comment if you think it's cool, if you think it sucks, if you may have an idea why this car won't start. That would be a very good comment to leave. And until next time, thanks for watching.